Hey guys, it's Chuck at Timber Bend Farm. Coming to you today from the high tunnel. We're going to be doing some cleanup work inside the high tunnel today. We have some tomato vines that are played out that we're going to get pulled out and kind of get that area cleaned up. We've got some cattle panels that had tomatoes growing on them back during the summer. We're going to get those taken up, and the wicking buckets that we used, get those all cleaned up and ready for next spring. A few other things to do in there, but right now the only thing we have growing, we've got a few heads of cabbage and some kale. Everything else has pretty much been zapped by cold temperatures, so that's all we got. We may end up tilling up some of the area in there and planting some cover crop just to kind of help our soil out a little bit. But today the focus is going to be just cleanup. Okay, as you can see, there's all our tomato vines. Now, these tomato vines were on the ground because I got lazy and did not get cattle panels put up like these for them to grow on. So yeah, they ended up on the ground. So there may even be a few viable tomatoes left out here. I'm not sure. I'll have to go through and look at them. All the black milk cartons, milk jugs you see are filled with water, and that was our attempt to keep some heat in here on cool nights to keep these tomatoes going as long as possible. I think it may have worked a little. I'm not sure. I know some people do that with barrels of water on a lot larger scale, and that may be something we try to do next fall. Right now, got all these buckets with the wicking bucket set up. Surprisingly, we thought maybe those buckets were going to be a little bit small, and they were. We had to water those every couple days, but they produced a ton of cherry tomatoes on those, and there's still a few hanging on there. But anyway, we've got cabbage going, kale, little zinnias, some blueberries that we need to get planted over on the other side of the pond. We got these little vine clips. I believe we got these from Johnny's Seed, and I'm sure you can get them other places as well. But I want to take one of them off and show you. This is a little vine clip that we got. Now I broke it getting it off, and these are the biodegradable kind. They say they're made out of cornstarch or something like that. And so whenever you're done with the season, you can just till them into the soil and they'll eventually go away. They still feel kind of plasticky, and they bend and turn white kind of like plastic does, but I'm gonna take them at their word that they'll go away, because salvaging all these dudes, we got a big old bag of them when we ordered them. I think we got like 500, so we'll have enough for next year as well already. So anyway, just wanted to show you those. I got several of those, but I think I'm just going to take some clippers and just clip those off along with the vines and keep on trucking. All right, guys, we got quite a bit done. Got all the tomato vines and all the old, or most of the old tomatoes picked up. We're still debating on how we want to approach next season. We had a lot of weeds in here this season, and I think that was from some topsoil that I had brought in. I'm thinking we might do landscape fabric all through the high tunnel, and then just punch holes where we're going to put plants and deal with it that way. Not quite sure yet, but we got a couple months here to figure that out. We pulled all of our black jugs down here around our cabbage. Some pretty good looking cabbage. There's a couple different varieties here. Coming along really well. And then this kale is actually getting overgrown right here. But right now, that's all we have in here for the wintertime. Let us know in the comments below if you see anything we need to do differently or anything you'd like to see us do in the future.